Here comes a new challenger. Here comes a new challenger. Here comes a new challenger.
The best we've had so far. Cut phases 12 through 24. If the warp coefficient is within 3 units of nominal, cut phases 29 through 36, too. Let's take this straight to the tempering phase.
Roger. Cutting phases 12 through 24.
Sir, don't you think you're going a little too fast?
No. We've done 47 simulated runs. Our hesitance before made Subject 11 useless. Besides, if I don't produce results soon, we'll be hearing from Sector 7.
200 to target depth.
The gates of Sheol are opening. Do you really think it'll show?
That's why all of us are here, isn't it? We can hardly get cold feet now. If this works, the power at our fingertips will far outstrip any other. The library will not be at liberty to order us around. Well, that's the higher-ups speaking, not me. To be honest, as a scientist, I just want to see what's on the other side of that gate.
We all do, sir.
100 to target depth. Deploying barrier. Coefficients are stabilizing. Values within 0.5 deviation from nominal.
It's hard to believe how far we've come.
Target depth reached. Barrier stabilizing.
Now entering Phase 42. Releasing Barrier Section A. Sync rate adjusted to 0.001. Seether exposure levels are at 75,000.
All systems green. All levels within established safety margins.
Begin tempering.
Tempering process beginning.
Now show us the universal truth, the power of the Azure.
Subject service solidified. Now instructing stasis indicator for Subject 12.
Whoa. This is... Time-space is frozen. A cocoon of time. What's wrong?
Tempering is proceeding as planned. The cauldron appears normal.
Extremely high Seether concentration detected. Directly above this facility. 6,000, 8,000, 12,000.
What?
Concentration levels 100. 24,000. 15,000.
Is it the library?
Impossible. Not even the library could concentrate this much Seether in one place. There's no way. I want the point of concentration. Now!
Concentration to exceed 100,000.
After coming this far, abort the experiment! Cut all power!
Roger, cutting all power! Sir, we can't cut the power!
What? What the hell is Sector 7 doing? Get them online! What the hell are they doing at a time like this?
Sir, it's directly above Ikaruga. Altitude 36,000 feet.
Impossible! It's going into orbit?
Here comes a new challenger. Here comes a new challenger.
Hello, Mr. Niren here. Welcome to BlazBlue Calamitty Trigger. So this is a game that I bought on Steam recently. It was very cheap. Bought a bunch of games, mostly Final Fantasy games, but also other games on Steam. So back in I believe July, and this was one of the games that I bought. So I already have the titles for the PlayStation Portable. They are inverse graphics. I believe this game, the first game in the series, it's a series of I believe 3 games. I believe this game, Calamitty Trigger, is the first title. It released in either 2009 or 2010, and I used to own it on the PlayStation 3 back in the day. I never played it on the PlayStation 3. I had the bought copy, then I sold it without playing it, but I believe that I did download an illegal copy of the game for the computer back then, and now I have bought a legal copy of the computer game, so I'm playing on Steam right now. So the benefit with using Steam or the computer version is that you have very good graphics and that you can easily record a game. If I played on the PlayStation 3 it would be similar graphics, but it would be more difficult to record. I could do it too because I have a bought and paid for tool which allows me to record from consoles like the PlayStation 3. But there are also the PlayStation Portable games, as I said, and I believe this game was ported to the PlayStation Portable, but it has worse graphics, so there is no point playing that over this one. So I no longer own the PlayStation 3 version. I believe I have a game for the PlayStation 4. It's probably the third game in the series. It's not named Calamitty Trigger, it's named something else. So the game is an anime fighter. It's not based on an anime, it's like a standalone story. It's unique for the game, and it's a fighting game, like many of the older games in 2D. It's very nice looking, and it looks great on the PlayStation Portable as well, but especially on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3 and the PC. So the first game I will play on the PC using my bought and paid for Steam version. It has a good story, actually, this game. I believe I read on the cover and it said something about the game having a real story mode. So you will play through each character's story, and I know nothing about the story of this game. I bought it for the PlayStation 3 back in 2009 or 2010 because I thought it sounded interesting when I read on the cover, but I never played it much. I did try the pirate version of the computer game, but I never really played the story mode. I played a few battles, I believe. Okay, so we will we will play this game in the story mode. Now that I have paid for the game. I like fighting games. I'm not the best at fighting games, but I like them. We'll lower the sound to 5. Maybe the voices can be a little bit higher. Okay, so the second game, Continuum Shift, will be played on the PlayStation Portable, and the third game will be played on the PlayStation 4, I believe. We'll start with this one on the computer. So of course the PlayStation Portable has the worst graphics. It's a system that's weaker than the PlayStation 2. So the computer has similar graphics to the PlayStation 4, I believe. Okay, so we have all these characters. We have can begin Ragnar Bloodedge's story, or we can play as Jin Kisaragi's story. We have Noel Vermillion's story. We have a character named Rachel Alucard's. Alucard, that's like the vampire Alucard. Okay, then we have Arakune's story, Litchi Fei Ling's story, and we have Harger's story, Hokaka's story, and Shishigami's story, and Carl Clover's story. This game is obviously developed by Japanese developers, and Most of the characters have Japanese sounding names. So we'll start with this character. I believe she was on the cover. Noel Vermilion. We'll try her. Check out her story here. The room is always the same. A white room, everything's white. Floor, the ceiling, the walls, the bed, even the clothes I'm wearing. I'm waiting here, but I'm not sure why. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I never know what's going on. Sometimes that worries me. It's always like this. As there's a lot of text in this game. Which sucks. I prefer when they speak. Okay. That's when they appear again. I don't know who they are. Something tells me the room is theirs. So I try to talk to them. By the way, I'm a Swedish guy, so English is my second language. I'll try to do my best reading the text and such and speak, but usually I won't probably sound as good as someone that is a native born English speaker. I will try to speak as well as I can. Being a Swedish guy, I'm adopted to Sweden from Brazil, so I'm actually a Brazilian man raised in Sweden by Swedes, okay. But I'm not an English-speaking man. English is my second language. Okay, just wanted to get that out in case you wonder why I sound like an idiot. Okay, so in some videos I do a really good job speaking, and in other videos I think I am not as good. Okay, so I don't know why they are, but something tells me the room is theirs, so I try to talk to them.
Where is this?
I move my mouth, but nothing comes out. Their faces are fuzzy. I can't make them out. Desperately try to call out.
Where am I? Why am I here? Who am I? Please, tell me.
They never hear me. They never ever do.
What? A message? Yes! Excuse me! This is Lieutenant Noel Vermilion speaking!
You sound very surprised. Did something happen?
No, it's nothing. There's no way I can tell him I was taking a nap.
Well, that's beside the point. Debrief me on the status of your mission.
I am currently investigating the whereabouts of Major Jin Kisaragi, who is headed towards Kagutsuchi. If possible, I am to detain the subject and bring him back to headquarters, sir.
Remember, only detain the subject if you think it's possible. Also, the intelligence department will be joining the investigation.
So I suspect that the story of each character is interconnected, so if I play the first character on the list there of selectable characters, probably get the story from the start, and then if I pick characters from the left side, from the top left to the top right, and then downwards, left to right, then I believe I would get the story in the correct order. Now we took like the fourth character, so maybe she's investigating one of the other characters. Okay.
The intelligence department, sir?
His name is Hazama. According to the intelligence, he should be in town already.
Hazama.
Also, regarding Ragnar the Blood Edge,
Commander, I'm losing you. Could you repeat that one more time, please?
if you see Ragnar the Blood Edge, do not engage the subject. You are to observe his movements. I repeat, do not engage the subject.
It got cut off. It won't connect. What should I do?
Lieutenant Vermilion, we will be arriving at Kagutsuchi Port Number 5 momentarily. Please prepare for landing.
Oh no! I need to hurry! Beautiful. This is the 13th hierarchical city, Kagutsuchi.
Okay, we can save.
So, where should I go?
Pardon me. Might you be Lieutenant Noel Vermillion?
Yes, that would be me.
Ah, excellent. I keep getting static on the radio in this city. I came to speak to you directly, otherwise we'd have no way to communicate.
Thank you.
I'm Hazama from the Intelligence Department. The commander has instructed me to deliver my report to you.
Understood. Nice to meet you.
First, regarding your mission, the Kisaragi case. The military is treating the matter with utmost care and secrecy.
A cover-up, right?
That's right. Frankly, if word spread that the hero of Ikaruga disobeyed direct orders, chaos would ensue. In addition, the NOL has raised the alert level to D here in Kagutsuchi. But in spite of that, several groups have snuck into the city. One of those groups is Sector 7. I'm sure I don't need to explain our relationship with them. As of now, we don't know what they're doing here, but I think it's fairly obvious that their presence isn't good news for us. So please, be careful.
Are you saying Major Kisaragi's disappearance has something to do with Sector 7?
Correct. There was the incident at Ikaruga. Oh, and one more thing. It seems many vigilantes have also snuck into town.
An information leak.
I'm afraid so. Now that everyone knows Grim Reaper Ragna's made an appearance in Kagutsuchi, bounty hunters are coming in from everywhere like a gold rush. Naturally, the vigilantes are after the Grim Reaper's head, but depending on the circumstances, they can be a hindrance to us. So watch out for them.
Understood.
And also, is he a friend of yours?
He? Who are you referring to?
That boy is looking at us. Right over there.
Right over... where? He looks... sort of familiar.
Long time no see, Noel.
Aren't you... Carl? What are you doing here? I heard you left the academy, but why?
Well, all kinds of reasons. But more importantly, I was hoping you could tell me a few things.
I'll see if I can help. What do you need?
I need information on Ragna the Blood Edge. I'm a vigilante now, and I want to capture him. Since you're from the NOL, you must know something about him, right?
I'm sorry, Carl. That's a secret, so I can't tell you.
I see.
But if there's anything else I can help you with...
No, it's okay. I guess there's no helping it then.
I'm sorry.
I guess there really is nothing else I can do. If you can't tell me about the Reaper...
Lieutenant! Watch out!
Oh, she dodged it! I didn't expect anyone to interfere, sis.
Carl, what happened to you?
Nothing. If you don't want to talk, I just have to persuade you a little more. You do the same thing in the NOL, don't you?
That's not...
This won't do. I'm sorry. But combat is not my expertise. I must take my leave here.
I didn't wish for things to turn out this way. But I guess there's not much choice. I'm coming for you, Noel.
Alright, the battle. Noel versus Carl. So we have a lot of dialogue and talking like sprites. And then the battles, I guess. Fights. There are no cinematics.
Don't underestimate!
Can you dodge?
Counter.
Game felt a little bit slower than it did when I didn't record. Which is not good. It's a 2D fighter, like old school, but the game is pretty modern for a 2D fighter. 2009 or 2010 was seen as a new take on the old genre. Now it's 12 years old at least. But it's new to me. I never played it. Except maybe 3 battles. 3 fights. Or we won the fight. We're playing on beginner
Far
difficulties.
stronger than I expected. I'm afraid I must take my leave here.
Carl, wait!
There's no need to chase him. You're on duty, after all.
But...
Let it go. Now is not the time. He is most likely being consumed already.
Consumed?
The marionette that was with him is most likely a Nox Nictoris, much like your own weapons. That particular Nox works well at dampening the wielder's sense of fear, but it places a great strain on their mind at the same time. But one should expect that much from a weapon created during the Dark War. That marionette is probably suppressing the child's emotions, except his hunger for battle.
All the more reason to stop him.
I've already told you. You have a mission to complete. Besides, it's not easy to free someone from that Nox's shackles.
How do you know so much about the Nox Nictoris? I thought that information was classified.
Ah, well, we are the intelligence department of the librarium. More importantly, please head to the NOL branch in the meantime.
Headquarters? Why?
That's because this mission is that important and that confidential. We can't discuss it here. I'll catch up to you in due time.
Understood.
As I'm walking back to the office, my mind wanders back into the past. Back to when I was at the academy.
Sir?
What is it?
Where should I put these documents?
Just toss them over there or something. Or do you need to be told how to do that too?
I'm sorry.
Hey, Jin, go easy on her. She's just trying to be helpful.
Jin's always on Noel's case, isn't he?
Oh, it's okay. I was at fault. Don't worry about it, Tsubaki.
Yes?
I'm Carl Clover, an underclassman here. The professor said to check with the student council and see if they needed help with anything.
I'm Tsubaki Yayoi. It's nice to meet you, Carl. I've heard about you from your professor. You're at the top of your class, aren't you?
You give me too much credit.
Oh, is this the legendary Carl? He's adorable! Can I pat him on his head? Can I? He turned red. How cute!
Makoto, stop that. Carl might get angry.
Guys, this isn't a playground.
Yes, we're sorry.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It just seemed like you two were having so much fun.
Is that so? You're a strange one.
Thought those days would last forever. Everyone was so cheerful and warm and kind. Now I know those days were always doomed to be a short, fleeting glimpse at happiness. If you long for the past, you can never move forward toward the future. It's taken me a long time to learn that, but it's the truth. Is this what they call growing up or giving up? Save again.
I wonder what Tsubaki and Makoto are up to. I haven't seen them in a while. I'm sorry, I was spacing out.
That uniform. You're with the NOL.
Sector 7!
You seem very distracted for a combat officer. Or is this the caliber of soldier the NOL settles for?
That's not true. I was just thinking about something.
And that is called being distracted.
more importantly, what are you doing here?
My affairs are none of your concern.
Incorrect. You're from Sector 7, and I'm sure you've heard we raised the alarm.
Oh? So you know who I am?
Everybody knows the Red Devil from Sector 7. But more importantly, you should know a Level D warning means the Anti-Intervention Act is in effect. You must leave here at once.
Unfortunately, we have no intention of listening to the library.
Then I will have no choice but to detain you.
I don't particularly enjoy needless quarrels, but...
We'll fight this guy. I think I remember playing against this guy in the past.
The wheel of fate is turning.
I did control the same girl too. She's the one on the cover of the game. I thought she was the main character. Maybe the game has many characters. Their own stories. Instead of just one main character.
Can you dodge? Hey! Type 1 fail! Optic barrel! Can you dodge?
This is like a classic traditional 2D fighter. Not really my type. Similar to the 90s fighters. I'm more used to 3D fighters. When I'm fighting, I don't think about anything. Guess that's because when I'm fighting, it's not really me fighting. Weapon in my hands, bulwark, does all the fighting. Without it, I'd be pretty useless. Don't think I could even fight on my own. That's why bulwark is so important to me. I need it. But something I wonder, am I really in control? Is it my will that moves me, or bulwarks? Am I really myself? Don't know. Had bulwark for a long time. I still don't know. Maybe someone else would know. Maybe Tsubaki.
I see. So you've decided.
Yeah, though I'm a little worried.
But it just doesn't seem right for them to be recruiting students before they've even graduated. Look, Noel, if you're not okay with this, I can bring it up with the brass.
Thanks, Tsubaki. But if I can do something with my own power, I want to do everything I can.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Jin's squad is always on the front line. That means you'll be out there fighting in the thick of it.
I know. I think. But you know, I'll just think of it as an early graduation.
All right. I'll stay out of it then. After all, it is your decision, Noel, not mine.
Tsubaki, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's nothing to apologize for. Just promise me one thing.
Yes?
Promise me that you'll always be the Noel that I know.
But I am me.
That's not what I meant. I've seen people leave for the war and come back someone else. It can change you. Dad was never the same after he came back. Even Jin. He's not the Jin I grew up with.
Don't worry about me. I won't change.
Okay.
Alright. Am I myself right now? Who am I?
This power. Who the hell are you? You're not in the data. I hate to admit it, but I think it's time I take my leave.
I won, didn't I? But this isn't my power. Is it Bulwark's? What on earth are the Nox Nictoris? I need to hurry to headquarters!
Okay, we'll save. Just finished soldier's duty.
Which way was it
And
again?
I think we're done for now.
Can't use the radio either. Oh no!
Select screen. Okay. So all of these characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, there are 10 characters to play as. Okay, so that's the story mode. So we have VS mode, but we can't have com versus com, I believe. We need to pick one of the slots. So if we place this thing here, the number 1 here, we'll control the second player controller. We have no second controller connected right now. Okay, or we can place it here, and we'll control the first controller. I'm controlling now. So I'm using the player 1 controller now, and yeah, you can't start it when it's com versus com, which is a shame. Otherwise it would have had the comms like this, like in many other fighting games. It's not possible here. So we have Noel Vermilion, we have Trukaka, or Trukaka, I believe, weird character. We have Litchi Fei Ling. We have the Iron Tiger. We have just fought. We have version 13. We have Hacky Man. Bang Shizigami. Harakune. Carl Clover. Rachel Alucard. Jin Kisaragi, and Ragnar the Bloodedge. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 12 characters available here, and there were 10 in the story mode. Maybe we can unlock the other characters' story. Maybe they are unique for this mode. Just managed to pick him. Didn't intend to pick him. So are controlling Carl against one of the others. Beautiful intros in the VS mode. Beautiful sprites in this game. Very beautiful 2D fighter. Very impressive 2D sprites. Even the PlayStation Portal has good looking sprites, but they do look worse than in this game, for sure. They have been kind of descaled to fit on PSP. Yeah, they look great. I'm not very good at the game. I feel like a total noob in this game. So fighting games that I'm actually good playing would be like Mortal Kombat 9, 10 and 12. I'm actually good at playing those games. Fighting games aren't usually that different from each other. They're 2D, but I mean Mortal Kombat still plays like a 2D fighter, despite being 3D. But I believe this one has a weird set of buttons compared to Mortal Kombat. Okay, round 2. Very weird.
Not quite.
controls. Maybe in this game I need to go into the training mode and try out all the moves for a while before playing, because I think it's pretty difficult to do anything but the same move all the time. Alright, you lost.
Please select your character.
Try this girl.
Failing.
Lychee failing. Okay. You can fight against Noel, Vermilion. Alright. An alternate skin for Noel, and she's on the play 2 side. Right. She looked worse. This girl looked kinda good too. This girl had nice moves. Didn't like Carl. He also looked good, in my opinion. The breasts boosted bunch. Yeah, she was a sexy character. Oh, it won. Nice.
Don't give up hope. Lychee ring. Rebel 2. Action. How's this?
Okay, so I usually prefer the hot babes in fighting games like this. I always used to pick the best looking girl or woman. Sometimes I can pick the coolest dude as well. I usually avoid the old men or the old women or the young girls that are like kids. Even boys. Yeah, I usually pick the best looking woman. This certainly is the best looking one in this game.
Lychee ring.
Lychee. Okay.
Please select your character.
Maybe should have picked her story mode instead. She was actually decent. I don't know why I clicked on starting a new fight. Try to back out the yes mode. She has a different look now. Purple hair. Didn't look as good. Don't know why she got a different skin now. The characters have many different skins we can pick from, or they are applied randomly, but I think it's because I clicked a different button when I selected her. Playing on the beginner difficulty. Still lost this Carl. Yeah, this game is pretty decent. It would be fun to play against like a friend or sister, so I don't know if it has online multiplayer. Should probably have that. it's a later title, it's on Steam, so it should have multiplayer online. I believe also that the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4 had that too, and the PlayStation Portable until they removed the servers in 2014. You won against this Noel girl. Now it's round 2. I can see this game being a competitive fighting game. I wouldn't like playing against other players, they are too good, they play too many hours in this game. They will be impossible to defeat. That's the problem with playing fighting games online, that other players have played so much that they are impossible to beat. I will probably be beaten all the time. I usually play fighting games against easy AI opponents, computer opponents, because I'm not the best. I usually struggle against bosses even on easy. Alright, we go on again. It's Lychee.
Please select your character.
How do I back out of this? I clicked on the select button. Yes, we can return. We can go to story mode. And we'll check the characters again. Jin, Noel, Rachel. Lychee. We have Lychee here too. Okay. We'll play, continue the story of Noel first, and then after that we'll probably play as Lychee. Okay, but this will be it for now. This is BlazBlue Calamitty Trigger for the computer. Game also released on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Portable, maybe even on the PlayStation 4. And I once owned the PlayStation 3 title as well. Okay, I could have played the PSP title, but I decided to play this one, it looks better. This is the more impressive one. The game is from 2009, as we can see here, the title screen. Okay, it had a nice anime intro too. Okay, but thank you for watching. We will continue the story another time. I will finish this game because I paid for it. So. Okay, I paid for the PlayStation 3 version back in the day for the full price. I paid very cheaply for, paid very little for the computer version. Okay, thank you for watching.